Hello, everyone. Welcome to my live. Drop the T. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming over to my live. How is everyone doing tonight? Let me know if I'm too loud. You cut the volume down some if I'm too loud. Let me know if I'm too loud. So, as you come in, if you could please hit the thumbs up button, please, and thank you. And then also make sure you guys follow me on my other platforms, which are Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Drop the T. And also, let's get the housekeeping out the way. All things said are alleged and in my very own opinion. It's for entertainment purposes only. I do not own the rights to the music or any clips. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Also, Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976 is on the screen. Fair use, fair use, fair use. How was everyone doing tonight? Y'all, I didn't come on last night because I was out trying to get some school shopping done for my daughter because she go back to school tomorrow. Thank God, I'm ready for her to go. Hello, Linda Gamble. Thank you so much for coming over here, getting my channel together. Yes, hit the like button as you come in. Hello, Mama Bees. Hello, hello, hello. As you come in, please introduce yourself, please, and thank you. All right, guys. Y'all see the title. Martell Holt court update, y'all. Y'all, I don't know what it is with Alabama, but may I never live in Alabama. May I never cross paths in Alabama, y'all. This don't make no sense what is going on in Alabama. I don't know. I have never in my life seen nothing like this before. Ever. What type of court system? Do he got somebody in his back pocket? Do he know these people, the judges, or what? I don't know. I would just, I would try to appeal things and maybe try to get my cases moved to a different jurisdiction. You try to do stuff by the book and you try to do the right thing, but sometimes it just don't work out. And people will keep pushing you and pushing you. Then you snap, then everybody gonna put everything off on you. But when you try to do whatever you're supposed to do by the law, you try. When you snap, then everybody gonna say, why did she do this? Why did she do that? Why do you think she did it? And I see why a lot of women be on these crime shows where they run off with their kids and stuff from the dad and stuff, because the court just do what they want to do. They just do whatever they want to. And I'm now noticing, y'all, a lot of these South states, they favor the man. They favor the man. A lot of them do. They do. They favor the man, guys. Now, it's just sad. It's just sad. But we're going to get into that as well. Also, guys, what is going on with Tamar? How is your teeth missing and you wound up in a pile of blood? And you don't remember what happened to you? Did somebody put something in your drink? Allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. Y'all, I just showed y'all before. Then y'all see Tamar had a new man. She was showing off her new Tony Braxton short haircut. Next thing I know, her teeth missing. And she wake up in a pile of blood. That I remember back in the old days, if you thought something was wrong with your family member, it took 3 of y'all to sign them into some type of facility. And they took that away because, yes, a lot of people were taking advantage of it. I do remember that. But look, y'all, some of our family members really do need help. And I got some of my family that do really need the help, y'all. They do need the help. Because Tamar, ever since she got divorced from Vince, it's been like one relationship after another where something has happened or don't go right. Now, I know y'all didn't hear the news about Tamar, where she has her teeth is missing, and she woke up in a pile of blood. She don't remember what happened. So, did somebody put something in your drink? What you mean you don't remember what happened? Look, y'all, some of our, look, if something was wrong with me and my family member knew it and they was doing it for the right reason, I would have no problem with that. But Tamar is just one thing after another. She was with a Kentucky Fried Chicken, a Colonel. Y'all remember when she was with him? Then, he had a problem. Okay. I just don't know, y'all. What do y'all think is going on with Tamar? Y'all, what do y'all think is going on? Y'all, let me know in the chat. So we're gonna get into Tamar. Also, we're gonna get into. I know y'all think the picture going around of K. Michelle and Portia and Kelly from Real Housewives of Atlanta. So would it be safe to say that K. Michelle is joining the show? Would it be safe to say that? So would it be safe to say that? So we're gonna talk about that, y'all. So I think something is seriously going on with Tamar. And I'm not trying to say that in a bad way, y'all, or nothing negative, because I just told y'all myself, if something was going on with me, I would want my family to get me some help. I'm just being honest with you. Something was going on with me, I would want my family to get me some help. Okay, Linda. What did you say, Mama Bees? Tamar seemed to have some mental issues. In my opinion, I believe she knows what happened. She just not saying. Okay. It's something, y'all. It's something where she said she don't remember what happened. So we're gonna talk about that. Also, we're gonna talk about Kelly. Y'all know her husband is over there on the Tasha K show. He's gonna be talking about this stuff that's going on with Kelly. He said none of it's true. He said he didn't threaten her. He said in their marriage there was no infidelity. There was nothing going on. He said all the stuff that happened, it happened before the marriage. So I don't know what he mean by it happened before the marriage, but he said that the reason that Kelly is saying, he said all that stuff on the show is for ratings. Look, and Tasha K said, sir, you know, well, she said, do you supposed to be talking to me or talking about the what's going on with the divorce? He said, no. He said they got a gag order. He said, but that show RHOA has allegedly has ruined his life. That's what he said. He said RHOA has ruined his life. So he said he has, he has to come on and talk about it. And he said he never threatened Kelly at all. He never threatened Kelly. He said he told Kelly that he got her. But that could be taken as a threat too, guys. That could be taken as a threat. That could be taken as a threat. So he's going to be on Tasha K. So I guess I'm going to have to go ahead on and buy the membership so I can see what they're talking about. Yeah, I don't know. What I think Tamar should do, guys, is just take a break from dating. Get your mental health checked out. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. Hello, Deborah, my tea sipper. Hello. I have a hard time believing him. The judge would not have made those rulings against him if he was innocent. Right, Mama Bees, right. Y'all. All right, we're at the 10-minute mark. Welcome to my channel, Drop the Tea, and I appreciate each and every one of you, all of my tea drops and my tea sippers. Thank you guys so much for coming over and supporting the channel. As you come in, please hit the thumbs up button. And also, guys, please make sure you're watching those commercials. That helps me with my revenue. Please and thank you. All right, so I've already read the disclaimer here. It's going across the screen. And also, let me put my banner back up here, the Copyright Act, the Section 107 of the Copyright Act. All right, guys, let's get into it because I don't want to make this too long. So, and then, guys, so what happened with Melanie and Martell at court yesterday was they dropped the DV and kept it with harassing communications. He had to pay $100 court costs and a $100 fine, and it got dropped down to a misdemeanor. They took the DV off, but left the harassing communication. Huh? So if I divorce my husband or leave my boyfriend and we had some type of tape or took some type of nude picture, he has the right to send me pictures of me nude, and that's not DV. And tell me if I don't keep my mouth shut that he gonna show it to people, and people are already saying that they seen the tape. Coleslaw said she showed it to her sister, them, and everybody, and so nothing get done about this man who's distributing this. How does this work out? How does this work out, y'all? But if I had pictures of him nude and I threatened him with it, would I be locked up? How does this work? If they found him guilty, he appeal it, and then he don't come to court the first time, then it get rescheduled, then it go to court now. You drop the DV, give him a $300 to $400 fine, court costs, and that's it. A slap on the wrist, baby. I wouldn't dare move in no Alabama. I wouldn't dare move in Alabama. I wouldn't dare move there. So he get to do whatever he want to do, and nothing get done about it. Well, did the lawyers object to this being dropped? The DV being dropped? How? Baby, he got to know the judge, somebody in the courthouse. He got to know somebody else. I've never seen somebody get convicted, found guilty, then they appeal it, don't come to court, then the second time they drop the DV just to have harassing communication. Y'all, this ain't right. I have never seen nothing like this before in my life. Anybody know if somebody is sending nude pictures of you, that's DV? How is this being done, y'all? Is there no way that you can get your case moved somewhere else? I don't know. I've never seen them like this. They found him guilty. They had the evidence. So since he appealed it, wait a minute. Okay, let me just get this right. Y'all remember Martell used to be working the correctional facility. So I'm thinking that he knows these judges and things like that in the courthouse. That's what I'm thinking. I think it's got to be something going on, guys. There's no way. There is no way. He got to be talking to somebody in that courthouse. He got to know some people. There's no way if they found you guilty, you can appeal it and they take the DV off. There's no way. How? How, Sway? Did the lawyers try to say objection? No. See, I'm telling y'all, people will keep on pushing you and pushing you until you just snap. Martell egghead ass I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Martell egghead, Buster Brown, nut hugger, tight nut hugger ass. BAN. Look, I would have to lay hands on him. I do not promote violence on this channel, but baby, when you just snap and you've been trying to walk down the straight and narrow line, try to follow the legal way, follow the course, and it just keep feeling like ain't nothing getting done, baby. I've been to tow that egghead up. I'm telling you, I can't. And then you got the audacity to get on here to own this here internet and say you take care of Ariane and her kids, and you don't take care of your own motherfucking kids. Don't buy them no motherfucking school clothes. Don't pay for nothing. None of they tennis lessons, baseball, gymnastics. But you get on this here internet and talk about what you do for this bitch. I know you crazy. I know the fuck you crazy. Oh, you got the Holt bat you paid for, the Holt helmet. Did you get that for your other son while you were there? Did you get it for your other son? Did you make sure you got the same stuff for your other son? While you getting his shit engraved? So if you got money to pay her rent, light and gas bill, and that motherfucking thing, pay for his school and the shit, you should have the money for the other kids. No. Since you got money to do all that shit with, bitch, you would, look, I would start enforcing shit. Since you got money to pay this bitch rent, pay for her utilities, her clothes and shit, pay for your son's school, equipment and everything for his activity, you gonna pay for these motherfucking kids' activities, pay for their school clothes and shit, every goddamn thing. And there will be no more mercy. There will be no more grace. There will be no more motherfucking grace showed to you, nut huggers. May the pits of hell burn your ass on the way down there, motherfucker. For people like you, there's going to be a hot ass day in hell for you. May I never come across a man like this ever in my life. Ever. Because God knows I ain't wrapped too tight. I ain't wrapped too tight. May I never come across somebody like you. Because I ain't playing with a full deck. When you keep on pushing me and pushing me and pushing me, baby, I will snap the fuck out. And you, nut huggers, I'm telling you, nut huggers. Look, y'all, I got anxiety too. My degree is real. I would have been and did something to him. I'm not even bullshitting with y'all. My anxiety would be over 10. It would be through the fucking roof, and then I would just snap out. Because you're not gonna keep on pulling me along to court, pulling me around like I'm your no, sir. No, sir. And they talking about, we think Martell got some type of problem. Something is seriously going on with him. I don't give a fuck what's going on with him. I don't care. The motherfucker been crazy. He been crazy. Then how is it that in any court, if the judge tell you to get a psych exam, and you better have it when you come back in court and you don't have the motherfucker, and they just keep on just don't hold you in contempt, don't do shit to you. How is this working, Sway? I thought if you do not do what the judge tell you to do, by the time you bring your ass back to that courtroom, You get held in contempt and they take your ass on back there to the back. Now what? Somebody got to be working on the inside, baby. Because my uncle did not pay his alimony to my auntie. And when he brung his black ass to court, they took him on back there to the back. Took him on back. And he couldn't get out until somebody come pay the bail. And the bail was the alimony money. So how is this mofo? How the hell is this mofo? Give me just a second, y'all. I'm back, y'all. Look, let me tell you something. There's no way. And let me tell you something. I know it can be done. Because when he didn't pay my auntie that fucking alimony, his ass went on there to the back. When they went to court, went on back. They took his ass on back there to the back, right? They were going through a divorce and everything. So his bail was the alimony money. So his little old girlfriend came down there to try to get him out. And this is a true story. Not playing with y'all. She asked him, they asked the people, because the son was with him. His son was with him. So if I pay this money, where is it going to? They specifically told her ass it's going to his wife. She said, hell no, I'm not going to pay it because I'm not giving her a dime. Well, you take your ass on out of here. This is what you get when you fuck with somebody else's husband. There are consequences. And to this day, she get alimony. She gets his pension, half his pension. He retires. She get half of his fucking Social Security. So the only thing the other lady getting is a wet ass. So it was cheaper to keep her. She get the alimony, some of his Social Security money. Also, she gets some of the pension. And he had a 401k or something. He was construction worker. He's a foreman. She gets some of that too. So you with a man that he still got to pay all this money to his ex-wife with. You shit, not me. You knew the man was married. He can barely keep his head above water. My auntie got to keep the house. She got a 5-bedroom house. Ain't nobody over there but her. And he living over there in the 2-bedroom duplex with the woman. She took every goddamn thing. You cheated on her, and she was sick. Judge gave her, my auntie, every goddamn thing. I bet you won't be late on that fucking alimony no more because he know his ass to get locked the fuck up. Just saying. That's why I don't understand these dumb women. If somebody is married and they get caught cheating, they're going to favor the wife. They're going to split everything. So she going to still get the fucking money. You're going to be with him, but she going to still get the motherfucking money. Because I don't know about you. I wouldn't want to be with no fucking man and he paying alimony to his damn ex-wife. And she getting half of the Social Security, the pension, and every motherfucking thing. Oh, hell no, motherfucker. You take your ass back over there with your damn wife. Your ex-wife, whatever she is, she getting all the damn money. She got the damn house. You need to go back over there with her. Because you can't do a damn thing over here in this household. She getting all the damn money. Just saying. Just saying. Well, back over to Martell, y'all. Look. I don't know, y'all. I've never seen no shit like this before in my life. They probably would have had to hit, probably when they said they was dropping that DV and I'm going to give him a fine and just keep the harassing communication, they might would have had to hold me in contempt, y'all. Because I probably would have acted ass. I'm sorry. I know, and I know I got another case coming up next month. I know, but I probably would have lost it. I probably would have lost it. Since this crazy ass motherfucker, y'all don't do a damn thing to him, well, I might as well have just gone on to act crazy like this motherfucker. Maybe I'll get some motherfucking respect. Like before, when he was in the courtroom throwing chairs and shit, and they say they need a psych value. Well, maybe if I throw some motherfucking chairs up in this motherfucker, then y'all to give me the same respect and due diligence that y'all give this motherfucker. Because y'all don't forget, he was up in that courtroom throwing chairs and shit. And then when his divorce first started, the custody, he was up in there throwing chairs, having a tantrum. Did they hold him in contempt? Did they take him back there in the back? So maybe if I start doing the shit that he's doing, maybe I'll get a little bit more leniency. That's all I'm saying. Because this bastard back there throwing chairs and shit, they didn't do a fucking thing to him. So maybe if I start acting fucking crazy, then maybe, hey, maybe I can get some respect. What y'all think? So maybe I can do what the fuck he do. Because you know, it seemed to be working out for him. How about I fucking pull a you on you? Baby, I don't know. You remove, but and then you know what? Something had to happen, y'all, because he had to be talking to them to a judge or somebody know the judge or something, because he didn't want that DV on there, because when he had to go to his custody case next month, so that would have looked real bad if he would have had that up there. So that's why he was probably cool with that getting removed. He'll deal with the harassing communication and pay the fine. No more probation. No, nothing. All that's gone. But if I was Melanie, I'll appeal that shit. Like he appealed it, I appeal it too. Can't she appeal it? He appealed it. I will appeal it. And that's for it to go in front of another judge, a different jurisdiction. You want to play games, motherfucker? Let's play. Since your bald-headed ass want to come up here and keep fucking with me, let's play, motherfucker. Let's get it on. I would appeal it. I would have told my lawyers, appeal it. I got time today, motherfucker. I got time today. No, I'm telling you, I would have lost it. Hello, proud Mimi. I know he pleaded guilty, but they're going to drop the DV and just keep the harassing communications, give him a fine and court costs. Just a slap on the wrist. Tap on the wrist. Look, maybe if she start acting like them, maybe she can get some, tap on the wrist and every motherfucking thing. That's what seems to work for every for the crazy motherfuckers. You go in there and act crazy. That's what I'm saying. Baby, I probably would have got hold of contempt, because I would have shot a chair across on that big bald head and split that motherfucker in two. Again, I do not promote violence on this channel. I would have probably shot a motherfucking chair across that motherfucking courtroom and bust this motherfucker. Again, I do not promote violence. Let me calm myself down. You know what? This is ridiculous. And do all the southern states do this? Are they all? It seems like they're all for the men. I wonder. Is Tennessee, Texas, Arkansas? Do all the cases? If anybody live in the southern states, let me know. Does all the southern states agree with the man? It seems like they're on the man's side. Let me know if you live in a southern state. Is this how they operate? Is this how they roll down there? Let me know. Carolina, South Carolina, North Carolina. Let me know, is this how they roll here? Dallas, Texas, Houston. Let me know, is this how they roll down here? Because this ain't right, y'all. It ain't right. Hello, get a clue. You said Martell is tapped in on that damn court system, Alabama. I believe it. Need to pull the cord a lot tighter Texas is 50-50 state. Okay. I live in the South, and yes, that's how it is. Oh no. Oh no. I'm looking. I want to come down there. I want to try the Dallas or Houston, but I can't. Mm-mm. No, no, ma'am. I don't think I would do good down there. But I've been to hurt somebody. Mm-mm. No, it's just I don't know. Hello, K. Smith. Illinois, take it to the streets. Martell need the streets to handle his ass. The courts don't care. No, they don't care. But I bet you if this was a Caucasian woman, they'd care. I bet you if this was happening to a Caucasian woman. Hello, Lady Pooh. Hello, Pamela. So, if y'all just coming in, what they did in the court case with Martell and Melanie, they had the revenge P court case yesterday. So they dropped the DV, harassing communication. So they dropped the DV, they kept the harassing communication, and gave him a court cost and a $400 fine. That's it. He no probation or nothing. They dropped the DV and just kept the harassing communication. Court cost and a $400 fine. That was a slap on the wrist to him. Now he plotting. What else can he do? He plotting on something else, y'all. He coming up with something else to do because he know that he can get that the Alabama court system is not going to do that to him. So he plotting his next attack or move. Allegedly, he plotting the next move, y'all. He plotting what he to do next. I believe that Alabama is a Jim Crow state. Yes, look, y'all. Y'all already know Trump already. You already know he for the do away with the biracial marriages, right? So what else is he for the do? What's up next? So anybody that's in a biracial relationship, watch out. They tired of seeing these black men with these Caucasian women. It ain't for to go on no more. They tired of it. Hispanics and all that. No. They don't want you with the Caucasians. He for to put a stop to it right now. Y'all haven't been watching it. You better start watching the news. So we're going back to the Jim Crow era, y'all. They bringing it back. Project 2025 is in full effect. If you didn't know. You said his ass would have been grass and out here in California. In fact, as a Cali native, if he were in Cali, he would be still in jail for his behavior at the Airbnb. Yes! Hello, Yolanda Franklin. Hello, shaking my head. I hope Melanie moves the case out of Huntsville. Hopefully she and her family move out of Alabama. Texas will throw Martell butt in jail in a jail cell. I'm done. Tired of all of the goodbye. I'm done. Tired of all of this. All right. Kenny, Tiger Woods is marrying Trump's niece. Really? Hello, Yolanda. Girl, it's just a shame that she's been divorced from him almost 6 years, and she seemed to can't get away from him. She seemed to can't get away. Do you know any other woman this probably would have broke her down? That you keep on doing stuff, and then the child custody case has been going on 6 years. What type of man would do this to the mother of their kids, their ex-wife, who done nothing to them? Who would do this? Who? Yeah, that just makes me so sad for Melanie, Miss Van, and those kids. It does. Then he gets right here on this here Beyonce internet and flatly just says he takes care of Ariana. He pays her rent, he pays all her bills, and he pays for Knox's education. He pays for his schooling, his activities. But I just want to know if you're doing that for the rest of the kids, buying school clothes, paying for their activities. Are you paying any bills over there where your other 4 kids live at, sir? But you choose to pay where she live at. How's that right? How's that right? Mm-mm. And then I I was also looking on here on the internet here, guys, where y'all know they're trying to say that Melody is the. Also, I was over there on my girl page, Tea Talk with Your Girl, where she was talking about Dale is trying to blame Melanie about the NDAs, because y'all know when the last thing that when Melanie was on the show in season 9, her and Chris met at the little cafe, and they were talking about the NDAs, and he said Marceau and Maurice. So now Nell trying to flip it, talking about Mel started that. She didn't come up with her name because they can't say it, but she trying to flip it, trying to say a person said it. Now she trying to flip it that it's on Mel. No, it's on your husband. Your husband the one that said that, Nell. I'm so tired of all these pick-me women. I don't know what to do. If your husband did something, he just did it. Well, should we add you to the list with Rashida and Yandy? Nell? Should we add you on over there too? Because the list's starting to get a lot, it's starting to get long, y'all, of pick-me's and do-me girls. Do-wop the wop girls. So I think we're going to have to start adding Nell over there at the wop. Because you don't let Chris take responsibility as a grown man for nothing he said. Melanie didn't say nothing about no NDAs. That's what Chris said. Go back and watch it. But now you trying to flip it that Melanie said something about NDAs? No, your husband said that. Baby. So it's the NDAs now. Then now the story, they're saying that Martell got some type of a problem. Well, I think he had a problem. Is the rest of the people just not figuring out that Martell got a problem? Just ask him. Just ask him. I've been knew the man had a problem. The man didn't had a problem, y'all. Yes, everyone is seeing the Fletchers for their true let's see. Everyone is seeing the Fletchers for the snakes that they are. I believe they use Mel to get on that show, y'all. I'm just saying, allegedly. That's all they did. They was, talking about they the counselors and mentors and everything so they can get their ass on that show and get their motherfucking kids on that show too so they can make some money so they can stop, having to pay everything. So if the kids got jobs, then they get on this show, that's extra income for them and their kids. And guys, y'all know where before they were saying that was what's his name? Shoot. That was supposed to be his grandbaby. Now all of a sudden people are saying that is his grandbaby, but they using that for a storyline to say that's his daughter. Yeah, because remember when Destiny said that was his grandbaby? That was his daughter's baby. So people are starting to think now that that's not Lance's baby, that's his grandbaby, but he's trying to flip it for a storyline to say that's his baby. Because people are saying, well, if that's, like I said, I watch other content creators' page. If that's his baby, where's the mother at if he's a full-time dad? Just saying. So I guess the Fletchers trying to, they think the Fletchers are trying to run the show now. Just saying. But I think, like I saw a clip, I think what's going to happen is maybe towards the end, I think he's going to bust all of them out. I do. I think he's going to bust Maurice out. But we got, okay, you know what? So we got Rashida, Yandy, Nell, Kimmy, and Tisha. There they go. They all together, y'all. So we got them added on over there together. He said he got temporary custody of the baby. The mom must be bad. That's what I'm thinking. That's his baby? Okay, because let's get those likes up, guys. It's 74 in the chat. Can we please get the likes up, please, and thank you. It don't cost anything to smash the like button, please, and thank you. Yeah, it's something going on. And 74 people in the chat. We should have 74 likes, please, and thank you. The Fletchers claimed last season that they were the original power couple of the Huntsville. Power couple. That from hey, what I've been hearing on these YouTube streets that allegedly Chris out here. Chris been in people DM allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. But I just think some of these women really don't care what they men do out there in the streets as long as they come home to them. And they got somebody they can have on their arm and say that that's their husband. And I think that's all they want. They don't care what they do out there in the streets as long as it don't get back to them. And they can say this is my husband. I think that's what I'm starting to get from a lot of women, y'all. They don't care what their husband do out here in these streets. That's what I'm getting from Yandy. That's what I'm getting from Rashida, Nell, Kimmy, Nim, and Tisha them. They don't care. Long as, they keep it from them. Allegedly. That's just my opinion. I'm allowed to have an opinion like everybody else. We don't have to agree. We can agree to disagree. That's just what I'm seeing. Maybe I could be wrong, but that's just what I'm seeing. And that's okay. If people want to have open marriages and open relationships, that's okay. It's all good. Just say that so people could quit coming back telling you shit. That's why people are not telling Rashida nothing else. Because Rashida ain't leaving Kurt. She made a whole motherfucking rap disc saying that she ain't leaving Kurt. Okay. But this gets really sticky with Medici. So, but the games that he playing with married women and saying that the girl don't want her husband to find out. Maybe the girl husband ain't playing the same shit y'all playing. She know that you married and she married, so y'all on the same page. But y'all leaving out the husband. Y'all can get the husband approval. So some husbands might not play the games that these other couples playing. Some husbands will snap about you messing around with their wife. And that's what I do with that's why Sierra kept saying the girl named Angie, because her husband don't know. So I bet your husband know now. And the quiet is kept. They said that Sierra's husband is messing around. That's what Sierra's mother is saying, and Sierra's sister saying her husband out here in these streets messing around. But to see the thing about Sierra, what I like about her, she don't give a fuck because she divorce a man in a minute with the drop of a hat, baby. It don't make no difference to her. She found out you fucking around on her. Hey, Sierra has no problem with going to the divorce court. That's what I like about her. Sierra don't play, baby. She would divorce your ass in a hot split second. She don't play with you. But can we say the rest about these other ones? Hell no. Sierra will have a man in a minute, baby. Her and Bambi, they lose one man and get another one. And in my personal opinion, guys, I think that when you are coming off a divorce, I think to me, you should just rest yourself and not do these rebounds relationships because they tend not to last. That's just my personal opinion. But I could be wrong. But for me personally, sometimes you need to cool the cat down some. Just lay back and chill and get to know yourself. But hey, if you don't want to do that, you feel that you need a man, that's what you do, sis. That's all I'm saying. Do what you do, sis. That's all I'm saying. Because some of these people, I don't know. They hot box be on fire. They can't be without no man. And that's okay. Some of us got high nature. We got to have it. And some of us is just chill, like, okay, I'm cool on that for right now. And if you got to have it, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it at all. Hello, Chanel Monet. Let me see. It's not hard to find a man to be with. It's hard to find a good one, though. You right about that, Get a Clue. You right about that. You are absolutely right. But hey, and then we got Amara begging her baby daddy for his semen and telling him to ask his wife. It's just some things, baby, I'm just not gonna do. I'm gonna be a woman before anything else. I don't want nobody else's husband. Mm-mm. I don't want nobody else man. I cannot be a side piece or a side chick. I got to be number one. I can't be two or three. If I can't be uno number one, I don't want it. But some people cool with that, and that's okay. If you don't have a problem with being a side chick, I don't knock nobody. I'm just saying what I can do. But some people like being a side chick. They said because they don't really have to deal with the man that long. I'm just saying I can't do it. But some people like it. But I'm just not that girl. Excuse me, that woman. I'm just not gonna do it. All right, guys, moving on here. Um, I'm about to call in the night. Okay, Lady Pooh, thank you so much for coming over to support the channel. You said Amora was out here looking like a desperate fool. You right about that? Ain't playing no desperate. Desperate. No, Good night. I don't like being compared to others so much. I am an only child. Okay. Yeah, I just don't. I just can't do it, y'all. I just can't do it. I can't be no side. I can't be no side piece. Mandisi put his mother up as collateral in a alleged rug deal. He sure did. Get a clue. Sierra cut off game is strong. You right about that? My degree is real. And Carly. Yes. Yes. It's that, I thought they would at least bring Nene back as a friend of the show, but I guess not. Also, I heard, guys, Cynthia Bailey is getting ready to be her grandmother. They said Noelle is pregnant. Did y'all hear that? Let me know in the chat. But guys, we're gonna move on. Let's get over here to Tamar here. We gotta get to Tamar. Some of the stuff that Tamar do, I know her family probably be embarrassed because she just seemed to can't get it right, y'all. She always into something with these men. Now I did show y'all she had a new boyfriend. She was showing off her, haircut and things like that. So I don't know what happened. So let's get into this, guys. Let me bring this up here. Let me bring this up here. They need to get a hold to Tamar, y'all. Tony and them need to do something and they mama because I don't know. Here's right here. It says prayers up. Tamar Braxton says she almost y'all see it after being found in a pool of blood by her friend, claims she fractured her nose and lost her teeth. I don't know what happened to me. That's what she said. Let me read it again. Prayers up. Tamar Braxton says she almost died after being found in a pool of blood by her friend. Claims she fractured her nose and lost her teeth. I don't know what happened to me. It says, I struggle to write this, but everyone keeps calling me. And honestly, I can't even really talk anymore. I'm so weak. I almost died Sunday. I was found in a pool of blood from my friend with a, what does that say? Face? With a injury. As the days go by, what is that? I'm trying to read this, y'all. This is the worst is something. I fractured my nose, lost some teeth. And what does that say? I cannot see this. The way I look at life now is totally different. As my health is on the mend, my mental journey begins. Pray for me for real. I don't even know what happened to me. Now, guys, I'm trying to read this right through this stuff. I can't hardly see it. But guys, now, does that sound like somebody that put something in your drink? Huh? Does that sound like somebody that put something in your drink? How you don't remember what happened to you? You was with that man. You said Tamar is still looking for attention, okay? You said you said I think Tony had someone beat her ass. I don't think Tony would do that. Hello, Daphne. Hello, hello. Y'all, if something ain't right, y'all remember I showed y'all that picture. She was out with that young man. Do y'all think somebody might have slipped some in her drink? How do you not know what happened to you and you wake up in a pool full of blood, your teeth missing? She just said she's missing some teeth and her nose is fractured. So did somebody punch you, hit you in your mouth? And she said she don't remember nothing that happened to her. Y'all, somebody had to maybe slip her a Mickey. Now, y'all do know if somebody walked past your drink and I'm old school. Okay, y'all know I'm a 70s child. Now, y'all know about the Visine. If somebody walked past your drink and put a couple drops of Visine on there, you know that could make you almost lose it. That's called a little Mickey. So, y'all know about the Visine. You know, the stuff you put in your eyes? Just say somebody put that in your drink. Just saying. Good night, Mama Bees. Thank you so much for coming and supporting the channel. She was with Funky Dineva and a couple of other people, so they don't know what happened to her. You see, that's why, honey, I don't want no friends like that. If I'm intoxicated, but see, me, I don't push the line like that. I don't get intoxicated like that. I need to know what's going on at all times. But if you with some friends, they don't make sure your well-being, that you get in a house and they make sure you're safe. When me and my sister cousins go home, either they park their cars at my house, everybody leave, everybody text and let everybody know they got home. I'm in a house, I'm safe. Good night. I don't know what type of friends these are. So she going to Dr. Hellish to fix her teeth. She probably so. She probably going over there to Dr. help me get her teeth fixed, because I thought she was just missing one teeth. She said some teeth. So I'm trying to figure out, did she get into maybe a fight or something? Well, your nose is fractured, some of your teeth is missing, and you wake up in a pool of blood and you don't know what happened? Somebody had to maybe slip her some, y'all. What is Funky Dineva saying? He don't know what happened? The friends don't know what happened? Do y'all think that dude she was with did something to her? Because y'all know how Tamar be running off at the mouth, but that don't give nobody no reason to pop you in your stuff. Just saying. You said Dr. Heavily messed up Kenya's teeth? I didn't see no video. You said she know what happened, get a clue? He said they all made back. He said they all rode back to Tamar's home and he got into his car. Wow. So if they all rode back to Tamar's house and he got in his car, did somebody go upstairs to her house with her? What happened? 66 likes. Can we get the likes up, please, and thank you? He said she lost 14. Hell no, 14. She talks a lot of it. She should be able to bag it up. She got caught slipping, in my opinion. Okay, I didn't get a clue. But how does she not remember what happened? I don't remember somebody knocked my teeth out and fractured my nose, or the people she was with, because they think, guys, that Tamar, she one of them type of people that like a lot of company at her house. She likes having a lot of like dudes and stuff over. She likes a lot of company at her house. So she have a lot of people over all the time. So I'm trying to figure out, did she bring somebody back home from the bar? Just saying. That's dangerous. That is dangerous, guys. That is dangerous. You don't know what happened. Tamar soul is troubled. She talks. Something wrong with her. Yeah, I told y'all a long time ago you used to be able to sign your people up in the to get a 72-hour hold if something was going on with them. But I don't know if you can do it now. Well, you can't do it now. I just kind of find that hard to believe. You don't know what happened. All right, guys, we're going to move on. Let's move on to Kelly's husband over here, guys. Kelly's husband is spilling the tea. He said everything that Kelly said on that show was a lie. She did it for ratings, guys. Now, you don't go ruin your husband, your ex-husband, life for ratings. He said there was never any DV, never any infidelity or anything. But he's going to be over there on Tasha K's show, and he's going to tell everything.
You are here, not that you want to be here, okay? But you're having to come out and clear your name. Mm-hmm. You are the ex-husband to Kelly Farrell.
Correct.
Season 16's newest Real Housewife of Atlanta, okay? And interesting enough, you guys have a court order. You're not even supposed to be talking about your marriage or divorce or anything.
It's a gag order that we not supposed to be talking about it.
Now we're going to talk about how did you get here, because you done lost everything. You lost the marriage. How the hell did you go from $2 million a year to you're trying to pay child support and can't pay it because money is being frozen and held?
For all this, everything I'm telling you right now happened before the divorce. Everything happened before the divorce.
Was there any marital issues between you two? Did you guys, were there any infidelities?
No, absolutely not. No abuse, no infidelity, nothing like that. All that stuff I'm hearing she's saying on TV is for ratings.
Like what?
I heard she said I was abusive, lies, infidelity, lies.
How does this happen?
That's right. It's against the law what happened. She said she went on national TV and said I was gonna kill her, right? Uh-huh. And I didn't say that. When they was handcuffing me, I was walking out the courtroom and I said, I got you. I said, it's messed up. I was telling her and her family, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I said, I was a very private person. I was nowhere on social media. I wasn't on Google, none of that. And because of this show, my life is destroyed.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
So you are here, not that you want to be here, okay? But you're having to come out and clear your name. Mm-hmm. You are the ex-husband to Kelly Farrell.
Correct.
Season 16's newest Real Housewife of Atlanta, okay? And interesting enough, you guys have a court order. You're not even supposed to be talking about your marriage or divorce or anything.
It's a gag order that we not supposed to be talking about it.
Now we're going to talk about how did you get here, because you done lost everything. You lost the marriage. How the hell did you go from $2 million a year to you're trying to pay child support and can't pay it because money is being frozen and held?
For all this, everything I'm telling you right now happened before the divorce. Everything happened before the divorce.
Was there any marital issues between you two? Did you guys, were there any infidelities?
No, absolutely not. No abuse, no infidelity, nothing like that. All that stuff I'm hearing she's saying on TV is for ratings.
Like what?
I heard she said I was abusive, lies.
Okay, let me stop sharing this, guys. So, do y'all believe her husband? Do y'all believe the husband? Do y'all believe the husband? I got you. That is a threat. I don't trust him. Kelly twins are their daddy's twin for real. And if she was drunk when it happened, she probably doesn't remember. Somebody, look here. I never get intoxicated like that I don't know what happened. So basically, somebody can grape her and she wouldn't even know. Baby, I will never get like that. I know my limits with drink. I know my limits. I never get like that. Well, I don't know what can happen to me. May I never get like that. Where I don't know if somebody that knocked out 4 teeth of mine and fractured my nose. May I never get like that. You said no. B. Linda, when he fall, it won't be high off the dirt. 70 likes and 7 in the chat. Thank you, Linda. Y'all, so do y'all think that Kelly said all this and did all this for the ratings of the show? Just be honest. Because do you think that she would have said all this and did all this if this wasn't true just for a show and weren't her, ex-husband and the father of her kids just for a show? Now, we got to come on now. No, I ain't going to sit here and lie on nobody now. I ain't going to do that. Hello, B. Linda. Y'all know these celebrity parties be a mess. It's no drinking at those. Yes, it's no drinking at those events. Yes, I would have to. Okay. Y'all, this don't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense, you guys. Tamar don't know nothing that happened to her. When you remember if somebody knocked your teeth out, I remember if somebody knocked my teeth out. And just backpedal a little bit with Kelly. Ever since I was watching and reviewing RHOA, I kept on saying it was something about Kelly that I was always on the fence about. I was always on the fence with Kelly because it just seemed like she was just lying about some things. Just my opinion now. We can, agree to disagree. Y'all don't have to agree with me. And y'all know Kelly, I showed y'all Kelly got her new restaurant open. So now she has a total of 2 restaurants that's running. And then he also has a restaurant, I think it's called Butch. So he has a restaurant open himself. So I'm trying to figure out what happened here in this marriage. He's supposed to tell it all on Tasha K. So I guess I'm going to have to get a membership over there at Tasha K to see what happened. Because he's spilling the beans, they say. He's telling everything. Now, he don't supposed to be talking because he got a gag order. So he might get held in contempt when he go back to court for, talking. But I guess he said, well, hell with it. I've been held in contempt before and went to jail. I guess he said, I guess it ain't going to hurt him if he go back to jail. I guess it ain't going to hurt him. Because he said he can't pay child support or anything now. Hello, Audrey. Martell has had a narc injury in the Alabama court act like they have never seen a scorned, bitter ex. Mel is letting y'all know she has Jason's security and he is packing. Yes, I'm glad that, Melanie and her mom and the 4-piece nuggets got Jason. Because that baby, let me tell y'all something. If Jason wasn't there, that mofo would have been ran up on that hill like he did before. He'd have been ran up on Melanie. He would have been following Melanie and everything. Baby, he would have been back there. Melanie would have been back there barbecuing like she always do. He'd have been back there trying to have a seat. Back there been trying to barbecue, y'all. While Melanie back there barbecuing, he would have been back there trying to barbecue if Jason wasn't there. Just saying. I found her choice of security a little strange. Dude is no Jason for sure. Right. I'm Deborah. If you are under the influence of something, it may be hard remembered. Okay. Yes, you're right about that, Peggy. That's why I say, maybe somebody slipped a Mickey. That's the only thing I can think of. And I'll be honest with y'all. I have once upon a time in my younger days got like that, but I still remember what happened. But maybe some people can't remember. I can remember stuff all the way back to I was maybe 7 or 8. I can remember stuff. I don't know how, but I can. I can tell you like some of the clothes and stuff I wore when I was 7, 8, or 10 or whatever. I can remember middle school. I can remember elementary school. I remember high school. So I can really go back far with my memory with stuff. But I know a lot of people can, and I don't knock anyone for that. But but it's always something with Tamar. The other sisters be cool and chilling, but it always something happened to Tamar. And again, guys, I know Vince wasn't any good for her. After things came out that he was supposedly ABing her and things like that. But she, ever since she has broke away from Vince, it's like she get in these relationships and things happen. It's like she's having episodes and the relationship don't work out and things, happen. So I don't know. That's why I say maybe she needs to just chill for a minute and just not date anybody. And if you want to have you some wine at your house or some drinks, just know your limit so that you won't get where you don't remember stuff. You get so intoxicated you don't want to remember anything. And what was her son at during this time? Tamar's son at? Look, little Vince, where was he at? Just saying. Y'all, let's see. Let me see what y'all say. Let me see what y'all saying. You said Martell would be rich if he used his brain for good instead of evil. Yeah, probably so. He probably done learned some stuff from Melanie, but sometimes Martell is stuck. And Martell is stuck. Martell thinks that Melody is coming back to him, guys. And that's why I think he's keeping, Arya still, Coleslaw still on the leash right now because he got to have somebody in case, until he really get it through his head that Melanie don't want him, that she not coming back to him. So he can't completely let Coleslaw off the leash yet. Ain't no woman, no high value woman, no woman with good sense won't Martell. They wanted him before because they thought he had these businesses. He looked good in his suit and all this and that. But now they know the real that he ain't got shit. They don't want Martell. So he got to have something. He got to have somebody that, to bump and grind with. And she always open. Her legs open 24 hours. Bring her some Doritos and Skittles, she open. She's open. Like 7-Eleven. She open, baby. So, she going, and then, she's one of those women, like he said, she's going to do whatever he tell her to do. She going to say whatever he tell her to say. And she down for whatever, threesome, foursome, fivesome, whatever. She going, whatever money she gets, she going to let him take control over. If not get any money, she going to let him take control over. She going to let him lead the way. And y'all see when she's on live, if he tell her to shut up, she shut up. And then he disrespected her and said she wanted the kids because he got to take care of her. And she didn't say, no, I'm not no kid. I'm a grown ass woman. Whatever he says goes, and she abide by the rules. Now, what man would want no woman like that? So, and he knows that he can go out and mess with any type of woman and come back to her. So he just keep her on the leash, and but he's still hoping in his heart that Melanie's gonna come back to him. And he said it himself. He said that his 4 kids remind him that he, had a good thing. He was married before. So he's like stuck. And Melanie has damn well moved on. He the one that can't move on. Now, if Coleslaw and roll with you, she gonna do everything you tell her to do. When to jump, how to jump, how. Why would you go ahead on and marry this girl? Why? What's to think about? If this was your wife and she checked all the check marks, she jumped. When you say jump, you control all the money, everything. Why wouldn't you go ahead and marry her? What's the hold up? Just saying. There should be no hold up, right? Just saying. Every man want a woman like that who don't question them. They can go out and do their thing, be out with another woman. Don't have to come home until they get ready. Don't talk back to him. Martell has a problem with women talking back. He think he in the 50s. Well, women didn't have their own bank accounts or anything, and that's what she is to him. So if a woman gonna do all this for you, why won't you go ahead on a million? Because he still got hope. There's a chance that he can wear Melanie on down, that she gonna say, come on home. That's what he's hoping and praying for right there. But he don't understand that that's never going to happen, sir. She don't want you no more. When you pray away something and God get that person out your life, you can't go back to him. That's disrespecting yourself. When you to pray for God to take something out of your life, and then you go back to him. Melanie don't want you back. You done disrespected her mama and everybody else. What does she want you back? Miss Van and Melanie and the 4-piece nuggets is doing great over there. But y'all know Miss Van has retired and she lives there with Melanie now. So you wouldn't even fit into the family dynamic now. You won't be coming in calling no shots like you used to do. You won't do that no more, sir. You will never have the pleasure of running shit like you did before. And that's what he hates, that he can't run shit like he did before. And that's why, he don't want them kids on TV, because he want to control the money. So that's why he's trying to do everything he can now to try to see if he can get knocks on there, because he know he can control that and run that. But he know he can't do that with the other folk kids. He know he won't be able to run that. And y'all, Miss Van has a book coming out as well. I think it's about tank and baseball. It's going to be on Amazon, so make sure y'all get that. It's a book about tank and our baseball. It's on Amazon. I forgot the name of it, but on my next live, I will put it in the chat of what it is. Let me see what y'all saying. Oh, yes, Trump out here. The orange man, the Cheeto man out here stripping all of our rights. There's going to be no more interracial marriages. You get any type of quest, food stamp, whatever you get, no candy, no soda, no ice cream, no cakes, no juice, you can't buy no sugar, nothing with sugar in it. If you do get juice, it has to have majority of juice. It can't have no sugar. I think it has to be 80% juice. It can't have no sugar in it. There's no more Capri Sun. There's no more of people getting those 12 packs of soda, 2 liters, Capri Sun, juices, those 5 and 6 boxes of chips and stuff. It's no more of that. Candy bars, all that. No. That's all gone. You can get fruit now, but no more of that. Ice cream, all that's gone. They started with the South. I know Colorado, Alabama, Arkansas, I think Louisiana. They started with the South first. I think they started in Texas too. I think I saw that on Miss Texas has started. No more. They said if you no candy bars, if you want junk food, they say you gotta buy it with cash. You can't get it on the quest no more. No, there's going to be no more interracial marriages. It's going to go state by state. So y'all already know the South was going. The South, the Republicans, the South, the red states, they're going to start first. So they for sure are going to be winning. But the blue states, not so much. No, the blue states ain't going to do it. So the orange man says it's going to be state by state to decide if they will allow interracial marriages, because they do not want the Caucasian women with another race messing up their race. And I don't know if they're going to stop not accepting. You know how they did with same-sex marriages, where they don't accept in some states where they don't acknowledge them. So I think they're going to do that with biracial couples that are married, they're going to do the same thing where, and when they do the no more interracial marriages, if you are married and you're in a biracial relationship, they will not acknowledge it. So it's going to be state by state. And the Governor Abbott, he's already said yes to it, from what I heard. So if you're in an interracial relationship and you in a red state, you better get the truck in it to a blue state, because they're not going to acknowledge it. And it's not going to be no more getting married in a red state of interracial. Just what the orange man said. You guys, so just think about that. We're going back to the Jim Crow era, y'all. I can remember far back as for me too. I can go back. As much shit Tamar talks to people, someone may have spiked her drink. She wasn't that drunk. Yeah, they need to do something with her. You said Tamar has a lot of issues, Peggy. Yes. You said Tamar is trouble. My degree. Yes, it's something going on where she needs to talk to somebody. She needs to talk to somebody, because that's dangerous. That is dangerous. You said Martell equals Mr. from The Color Purple. Yes, he does. Male should worry for the custody case, because seeing Martell has Hunchville courts on his side, bet they dismiss his court fees that he owes Melody and the custody case. I think so. That's why I will try to get my case moved. Hopefully, after a while, Law will get a damn clue and leave his ass. That is never going to happen. Male will never go back that crazy. Yes, that's why I say, that's why, like I was over there on, I think, Millie Chan channel, and Letitia them and Maurice them and Marceau them and some other people are starting to say they think it's something, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only, that it's something they think is wrong with him. I could have told you that. It's been something wrong with him ever since season 1. Do you see how tight his pants be? Do you know how that's got to be hugging his nuts up there? How tight them damn pants be? And them damn shoes he got, them Buster Browns and penny loafers. He won't get them shoes a rest. He said Martell is a crazy slow ass fool that he thought he would have a chance with Mel with Slaw still in his life. Right. But y'all, that's what I'm saying. There's something wrong with him. Martell knows as soon as he marries CS, Mel will finally remarry too. Yes, I'd be glad when Melanie could finally come out here, Deborah, and show her man. That is Lance's baby, and he has temporary full custody over that baby. Well, if he got, it takes a lot for a court to give the father temporary custody from a mama. Hello, sweet apple. Thank you for joining us over here. Hello. Sweet Apple said it's because of money. If he marries anyone, he can't beg for child support through the courts. You right about that, Sweet Apple. Now, allegedly, y'all, I've been hearing through the grapevine that Coleslaw is supposed to come on there, or they supposed to play her voice. That's what I heard. And if they do that, they have to pay her. And what I heard, like I said, I watch other content creators, that every time they say her name or use her voice, she gets some type of money. Then if they say Miles Morales' name, they get money. And y'all know Martell is running all that. He's checking in all of that. So that's what I heard. Now, y'all know I don't watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, but that's what I've been hearing out here in these YouTube streets, y'all. If they say her name or Miles Morales' name, she get money for it. I don't know how much, but now allegedly Coleslaw is saying that she is a public figure now. Allegedly. This is what I heard out here in the YouTube streets, y'all. So allegedly she's supposed to be coming on the show. That's what I heard. I don't know how true that is. Just saying. I will be surprised if he actually marries her. Hello, Monique. Hello. I'm doing good. How are you? The interracial marriage is going to make the black man go crazy. Yes, yeah. And then all those people who voted for him that are MAGA, you know, a lot of them are married to Caucasian women. So I don't know how they're going to feel about that. He's not going to stop interracial marriage. She's just talking out of the side of his GD name. Okay, but they were saying he wasn't going to do that with those food stamps. And people, and you know what? And he wasn't even supposed to do that soon. The people got up there to the counter and found out because he wasn't supposed to implement the no snack, right? And the people got up there to the counter. And that's when they start. And that's how they found out that they could no longer buy snacks and stuff. He did it before the 18th. That's how bad he wanted it done. The orange man wants total control of everyone's life. He showed up. He sure do, Peggy. The interracial marriage issue got me on the edge of my seat. For real, I'm here for the BS. Oh, for real. Yes, honey. But see, this is the thing. You know, he tried to take everything to the Supreme Court, right? But you know the reason he ain't taking it to the Supreme Court? Because you know the judge that sits on the seat, he's married to the Caucasian woman. I forgot the judge name. And also Amy Coney Barry, she has black children. So if he tried to take it to the Supreme Court, that black judge and Clarence, you know, he married to the Caucasian woman. And Amy Coney Barry is going to side with the Democrat Supreme Court judges. So that's why he's saying it's going to be state by state that's going to do it. So all the red states are going to do it where they're not going to acknowledge interracial marriages. But the blue states ain't going to do it. So that's why he said it's state by state, because Clarence, he's not going to do it, and Amy Coney Barry, they're not going to agree to it. So that's why he's doing it state by state. And Governor Abbott from Texas, he already said he down for it. They tired of seeing the Caucasian women with these black men, y'all. That's what it is. They don't want it. Yes, he's married to California, yeah. But you know, the rules that apply to us don't apply to him. You know what I'm saying? Don't apply to him. And then, you know, Candace Owens, y'all know who that is. She's married to a Caucasian man. So I don't know how that's, and I think Candace lives in Tennessee. So she lives on a farm, so she better get to moving. It's a lot of swirling and twirling in Georgia, Tennessee, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina, etc. I wonder if black men will go to war about that issue. They might, but they voted for it. Martell doesn't have none. He has those two socks down in them drawers. Yeah, I think so too. Because you know he wasn't even able to give Melanie the big O. So I don't think he's working with that. I think his mouth game probably good, but you can't even get nobody no big O. So maybe the mouth game good. Yeah, I believe that's true too. Get a clue. No one says her name. Laugh out loud. I think it was Millie Channel or somebody channel or who knew one of those channels where I was watching it. Where they had a scene where Destiny was talking to Martell, and she was talking about, he want to be married again, and he said Ariana. I think Destiny said Ariana, he said Ariana. You said Martell would do anything for a buck. He sure will. Martell is mentally ill. He's sick because of male success without him. Right. And the mama, Miss Marlene, and him was saying that, he said he wrote all the books. He started everything. He named all of the companies. So if you started the companies, you wrote all the books, you did every damn thing, why can't you do it now, sir? Why can't you do what you did for Mel for coleslaw? Why don't you write no books for her? Why ain't she taking the builder's test? That's what I can't understand, guys. If Melanie took the builder's test, right, and passed it, why ain't he having coleslaw take the builder's test? And then, y'all remember, he was working off of Melanie's builder's license. So if coleslaw takes the builder's test, right, he can use her builder's license to build homes. Why haven't they done that? Is it that she can't pass the test? Or why does he have Destiny take the test? And he can use Destiny license. Since they all so close, they're all sister wives allegedly. Why don't Destiny or coleslaw take the builder's test? Because Destiny and coleslaw said they went to college, they smart, educated Black women. Why don't they take the builder's test? And Martell can use the builder's license. Just saying. You said I haven't watched the show since Basement Billy. We haven't heard anything else from Basement Billy. If there is no money involved, he's not going to marry her. Well, he said he's putting her through nursing school. That's what I heard through the grapevine. Chipmunk Kangas letting more heifers on the show with other heifers. Yeah, y'all. Look, they not strong enough to carry the show because, again, from what I've seen on other people's channels, because I don't discriminate, people, because I like their channel, so I'm not gonna, not watch their channel because they got some commentary with Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm just not giving her a view. But I hear what's going on in the YouTube streets, and if they talking about it, I listen to it. But from what I'm hearing, that Nell and Tisha don't want to talk about any infidelity or anything. So from what I'm hearing and seeing from other people's channel, that Nell and Lance and them is trying to carry the show. That's what I'm hearing. And Martell and Destiny haven't been in that many scenes. So if you don't be in scenes, you don't get paid. So something is going on. I think they trying to close out Martell and Destiny. I think they trying to write them on off. And another thing I heard is that Destiny's trying to put that money that she owed LeBaric in a bankruptcy, so she don't have to pay him. And allegedly, and for entertainment purposes, I heard that she hired Maurice as an attorney. Now, I didn't know he do bankruptcies. Now, I could be wrong. Just allegedly. You said Martell is lost, never going to find his way. Melanie is no longer worried about Martell. No, Melanie don't care a shit about Martell. But the thing is, Melanie says she's still healing. But just because you're healing, that don't mean you won't nobody back. Mm-mm. And you couldn't even, now I'm not saying that sex is everything in a marriage, but that plays half of the marriage. And you couldn't give the big O, and then you was around here cheating and every goddamn thing else. I gave you the benefit of the doubt and gave you 4 kids, even though you couldn't give me the fucking big O. And then you got your meatball head ass around here cheating. No, Mm-mm. I'll take my chances. No, Mm-mm. No, sir. Nah, I'm gonna keep it moving. You said Ariane has nothing to talk about except for Mel and Martell marriage. This is 5 years too late. Right. Clarence Thompson held him and his VP are technically in interracial marriages. Yes. So that's why he didn't want to take it to the Supreme Court, because he know they wouldn't uphold it. That's why. According to the Constitution, any law that forbids interracial marriage is unlawful. I understand, get a clue, but Trump, the orange man is doing shit that a lot of stuff is unconstitutional. He don't care. Like they trying to draw those new maps in Texas and steal Jasmine Crockett's seat. And y'all know they had the other lady. They had got her held hostage in the chambers. They won't let her out, the black woman in Texas. They won't let her out. She can't go home or nothing. The only thing she can do is go to her office, and she got to be escorted. So I guess if she try to leave, they're going to arrest her. So my question is, why did you go there? You seen the other Democrats weren't there. Why did you go there? That's my question. Abbott is married to a Hispanic. Well, I don't know, Linda. He's saying that he's with that with no interracial marriages. Half of the NBA and NFL is interracial. Interracial, that will never happen. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Kelly X couldn't even look up when he tried to defend himself. I got you is a threat. This man looks dangerous. Kelly, keep your security. Yeah, he I don't think, he said he was a very private person. And he said you couldn't even find him on Google or no social media accounts. And she has tore up his life. That's what he's saying. So the only way we're gonna find out why they got a divorce is we got to go over there to Tasha Kane. Well, I'm gonna go over there to Tasha Kane. That's the only way we're gonna find out why they got a divorce. Because he said it wasn't no infidelity, it wasn't nothing like that. So something had to have happened. Something had to have happened, y'all. Because if it wasn't no cheating, wasn't none of that, why are y'all getting a divorce? Why are y'all getting a divorce? You said it was no cheating, nothing like that, and everything allegedly you said Kelly said RHOA is a lie. It was done for ratings. So he's having a hard time integrating the families. You think Coleslaw has taken a test and didn't pass it, Patricia? I think so too. I think maybe her and Destiny did try to take it and they couldn't pass it. You said good and damn well Slaw can't pass that test. Well, y'all don't think Destiny can pass it because y'all know Destiny got her she got her real estate license back. Martell be lying. And though him and Slaw lied, she's not in nursing school. Her brain doesn't work like that anymore. If it ever did. I think Martell messed her up. As we mature, if we are not mindful, we will lose our mind. You right about that. I heard Love and Marriage Huntsville only has 6 episodes in a reunion. Really? Oh wow. Really? Oh my goodness. But y'all know what? Not I'm backpedaling a little bit. I wonder, did he take that psyche valve? Do y'all think Martell took that psyche valve? Because didn't they say he have to have that done before he come to court? But you know what? They said that every time he go to court, he had to have that psyche valve done, and he supposed to have family counseling for with the kids, and then family counseling for him, and then counseling with him and Tank. Do y'all think he got that done? Do y'all think he got the psyche valve done and the counseling done with him and Tank, and then the family counseling done? Do y'all think he got it done? Because if you don't do what the judge tell you to do, you know you're supposed to get held in contempt. So do y'all think he has took the psyche valve and did the counseling? Let me know in the chat. 85 likes, 78 in the chat. Thank you so much, Linda. California will vote in November on whether or not to redistrict the state. I hope they vote to redistrict it, because if Abbott gonna steal 5 seats, Newsom gonna steal 5 seats. And y'all know what they got the nerve to say on Fox 6 News and the news people. Why is Newsom mocking him? Why is he writing everything in capitals? And talk about Governor Newsom is acting childish. Well, why the fuck y'all don't tell the orange man why is he writing everything in capital letters and saying all this shit? So Newsom's only doing the same thing Trump is doing. Just saying. Eye for eye. Well, Miller will be rich soon. She is being unlawful. Detained. Cola will be. Yeah, she's been unlawfully detained. How's she supposed to go home and shower or anything if she can't leave the chamber? And y'all gonna make her stay there? Because they showing a picture on YouTube of her sleep in the chair in her office. She can't even go home and shower or nothing. I will not watch the show. Martell and Mel started out cutting. I will not watch the show. Martell and Mel started out cutting lawns. Martell should invest in a couple of lawnmowers for himself and coleslaw. Oh, he think he too good now to cut lawn, y'all. He think he too good for that. Y'all know Martell ain't gonna cut no more lawns. You think Martell will get up there and cut the lawn? He think he above that. Martell put AC through nursing school. No way. Nursing school is expensive. I know. Well, that's what he said. He put her through nursing school. Majority of our diplomats, military, and other government officials are in interracial marriage. Ain't no way they are approving that mess. I can't lie. I would have loved to see that. Like, well, he said it's going to be state by state. So the state governors are going to have to decide if they're going to allow interracial marriages. Are they going to allow people to have interracial marriages? Are they going to acknowledge them or anything like that? But Governor Abbott said he was fine with it. I heard somewhere the kids doesn't want to spend time with Martell. I heard that too. But it's court order, so they got to go even though they don't want to go. But when the kids get a certain age, they can tell the judge that they don't want to go. So I think Tank and Mariah are old enough to tell the judge that if they don't want to go. But I would still tell them, I need y'all to go because I need y'all to look out for Boss Baby and Sugar Mama in case Coleslaw and Miles Morales try to do something to him, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes. I will need my oldest kids to go so they can look out for their brother and for their sister now, to look out for Boss Baby and Sugar Mama. I guarantee she can shower there. You think she got to change her clothes? No, I don't think they, I don't think they want to be with them either, because just think about it. You go from living in a mansion and you get private chefs and eating and your mama and y'all do a lot of fun stuff together. Then you got to go down to the ghetto on over there yonder, over to Mr. House. You got to go over to the Mr. House where we're eating hot dogs, you throwing bologna on the grill and things like that. So, and we have steak and stuff on the grill, baked beans, salad, deviled eggs, and we going over here to Dad's house. He throwing rag bologna on the grill, hot dogs, neck bones and stuff. Who would want to go over there? Yeah, I don't want nobody want to go over there. If them kids had it their way, they would stay with Mel and not go over there at all. And then they got to go over there with Slaw and her kids. Hell no. They drinking Kool-Aid. No, they don't want to be over there. Her staff can bring her clothes in. You think they got a shower there? I'm not saying she has the same comforts that she does when she is in her home. However, she is not pissing in a bucket. Oh no, they take her. Okay, from what I heard, that the guards walk her wherever she got to go. She got to go to her office. Somebody escort her to her office. I guess that she got to go to the bathroom. They escort her there. From what I've seen over here on YouTube. All right, let's get into what we're going to do here. Y'all, I want to get into this story right here. This is a sad story. Grand Rapids, Michigan, a woman, Alicia Lofton, pow by her husband, Marcus Lofton, who she only knew for 2 months. Now, I'm not saying everybody that comes from prison, something wrong with them. And I'm not saying that, but think about it. A man in their 40s, late 40s, he ain't got no car, no house, no kids, never been married or anything like that. You got to, kind of start thinking like, okay, he ain't got no house, no apartment, no nothing, no job, no kids, never been married. What's up with him? Because y'all know, and everybody states y'all can pull a background check on people. You can kind of, see, if they've been arrested for DD or they got any restraining orders and things on them. You can see that. So people, you need to start doing background checks on these fools before you start getting yourself involved with them. So I just want y'all to listen to this story, guys. We got to start doing background checks, guys. It's free, and it'll tell you if they got anything on them. Listen to this. This happened in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Oh, we got a crazy story, man, coming out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. And this happened August 17th of 2023, involving 40-year-old Alicia Lofton. Now, 40-year-old Alicia Lofton was a mother of 3. And if I'm not mistaken, it was a 17-year-old, 15-year-old, and like a 9 or 10-year-old. And, she was living her life, doing her thing. She was pretty much getting set to send her son to college and also her daughter. But she met this individual. This is 42-year-old Marcus Lofton. Now, I don't know if he have any kids or not or what. It wasn't said, and I didn't read it. But let me tell y'all something. It should be a red flag. It should be a red flag if a man is over 40 or 40, no kids, no marriage, never been married, nobody together with. That's a red flag, whether y'all think so or not. Because at 40, most men want kids. And if they don't want kids, they want a woman to be by their side. So if they don't have those two things at 40, something is severely wrong. But this guy was married to Alicia Lofton for 3 months. 3 months. Now, I don't know how long they was together before these 3 months. They pretty much older, so they moving on a different time schedule, right? They probably moved a little fast. But within 3 months of them being married, he put his hands on Alicia Lofton. So Alicia, she older, she wasn't having that. She got kids, whatever his size or whatever. So she ain't having that. So she did an order of protection. She ain't trying to have that. She wasn't trying to have that. But she slipped up and let him come back around. When she slipped up and let him come back around, he started causing more problems. Yes, he started causing more problems. And that's when she was forced to serve him with the divorce papers. But pause. Let me tell y'all this. When he put his hands on her, she called the police. He went to jail. While he was in jail, listen closely, while he was in jail or while he was away, she posted his pictures on a Facebook group saying, "Is this your man?" Basically exposing all of the things, all of the men pictures that's on there. And guess who was commenting? A bunch of men. A bunch of men. Yes, a bunch of men. The whole time he was on a DL, the wife didn't even much know. 6 months, 3 to 4 months into the marriage, she found out he whatever it is, posted it on Facebook. Exposed him. Okay, cool. But at the same time, she hit him with the divorce papers. When she hit him with the divorce papers, that's when he came to hunt her down. So keep it in mind. You like men. You like playing with men, but you don't want this woman to leave. Bruh, this is crazy. I don't understand this. So when you go confront her, he pretty much hit her with the gun. He said it was her gun. He pretty much hit her with the gun. She fell on the floor. When she fell on the floor, she ran into the room of the house and hurry up and close the door. I guess she put something behind it, but this man is probably about 6'4", 6'5". This is not no small guy. He kicked the door down. Of course, he kicked the door down. And while he kicked the door down, she was trying to jump out the window. And as she got her 1 foot over the ledge and 1 foot in, he opened fire, striking her 15 times. 15 times, bro. 7 to the head and 7 or 8 more to the body. Empty in the clip. Yeah, bro. All because he liked men. All because he had a secret life. I'm starting to see this way too much. Fellas, go on about your business. This woman don't want you. Go on about your business. If you like men, you 42 years old, son. You might as well just come out the closet, son. You might as well just come out the closet because you about to go with a whole bunch of men while you're locked up. Oh, and did I mention on August the 7th of this year, 2025, he was sentenced to 50 years. 50 years. So he would never see the light of day again at all, whatsoever, period. But y'all drop it down in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel. This happened in Grand Rapids, Michigan on August 7th, 2023. Yo, we got a...
Now, I told y'all, how do y'all feel about this? This man unalive this woman because she found out that her husband that she'd been married to for 3 months was DL. She went on Facebook. That's why I said you can't be doing this, everybody. And she found out the man was down low. She should just let him know, I know you're down low, and just divorce him. You can't go and expose him like these T pages and shit. Somebody gonna get hurt from that T page. People on there exposing people and shit, and somebody gonna get seriously hurt. And this lady went on Facebook and put on there that the man was down low and the pictures of all the men he was fooling with and exposed them. Maybe he didn't want nobody to know he was down low. And then she divorced him. He tracked her down. 7 powder, 7 times in the head and 7 times in the body. Empty the clip on her. Empty the clip on her. You can't go around here fooling with all these men. You can't do it. Because some of these men is crazy. They're crazy. They ain't playing with a full deck. And this man had already been in jail, so he had no problem going back. He had no problem going back, y'all. You said, I have not looked at the DV rate since this idiot took office. However, I know it's probably increased. Yeah. You know, a lot of people ain't talking to their friends and family members because they voted for him. Kids ain't letting the parents, the grandparents see their grandkids or nothing. They ain't getting invited to no Sunday dinners, no family gatherings, no Christmas dinners, Thanksgiving dinners, none of that. People have really just split. Now he gets his wish, all the men for a lifetime. You right about that. My degree is real. Black women need to stop exposing them. Leave them be. Yes, just let them be. If you find out that they download, just let them go on about their business. Don't get on there exposing them, because these people ain't playing with a full deck. This man had no problem going back to jail. To empty the clip on this lady, she was trying to jump out the window, but as she was getting the other feet out the window, he had kicked the door in and started pounding her. She should have just moved on. I know she was upset to find out her husband was on the DL, but exposing him was bound to have consequences. Yes, Patricia T. Yes. I'm just gonna go on about my business, because I'll be hearing too many stories about this ain't the first story I heard about this, people exposing these men for being down low. They don't want that out. Like, if y'all don't know, that man that Christian Rock is messing with, his baby mama that got on there and exposed him. Talking about he like men. He like getting his salad ate. That's what the baby mama got on there and said. So yeah. Now, ladies, I got one more question. I want y'all to be honest. I want y'all to be honest about this. Would you still continue this relationship, this date, or would you tell the man to go ahead on about his business? One more, y'all, then we go get on to something else. Now, just listen, and I want y'all honest opinion about this. I know what I would have did. Now, listen to this. Would you date a man who's been with another man?
Experience like yours.
What do you mean?
I'm not around with a guy before.
Oh, you do what?
I mean, it was like a long time ago. My friend and I were at this party in New York. I was super drunk. Went back to his place, and just kind of happened.
What kind of happened?
He went down on me.
Oh, so you're like,
No, definitely not. I mean, I'd never done anything like this before, and I knew afterwards it wasn't for me.
Like how long after?
Like immediately.
Okay, like immediately what? And like, was it like a one-time thing? Was it like this one guy, or was it like a one-time thing with like other guys? Or just...
Like one guy, one time. That's it.
Now, at least he's honest about it. At least he's honest. So at that point, y'all, she could make a decision. Oh, do she want to continue with this date? Now, would you, if you were on a first time date or having, somebody over for dinner, and somebody asked you the question, and they told you they have been with a man one time a long time ago, would you continue to date this man, or will you say no, nuh-uh, that's it? You can finish your dinner, but you got to go. Just yes or no?
I'm bisexual. Mm-hmm. That's cool. I've dated bisexual men. No problem.
It's different when it's a man.
Let me know what it is up front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me know what it is up front. I'll accept you for who you are. It doesn't really matter. I think it's like cheating on top of lying and secrecy about just who you are as a person.
So you wouldn't have a problem dating? Oh, you dated a bisexual man?
Absolutely.
That's what the song is about. That's what
it's like. How can I be bisexual and then I'm gonna not date somebody who's bisexual? Why? Because he's a man?
Because people look at it differently. Yeah. People look at it differently. It's in this world. It's okay for another woman to be with another woman, but for a man to be with another man, people look at that differently in a bisexual relationship.
Yeah. Absolutely not.
I hear that all the time.
I don't see it that way. I really don't. I think that sexuality is fluid, and I really don't give a damn.
Because then that's contradicting.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. How can I sit up here and be bisexual and they be like, oh no, he bisexual? I can't. Girl, whatever.
I had a sexual experience like yours. What do you mean? I messed around with a guy before.
So if you were on a date and a guy told you that, but is it different when a woman says she's been with a woman before? So is that bias? If a woman says she's been with a woman before and a man don't have a problem with it, so is it biased to say if a man said he's been with a man before? Is that different in y'all book? Let me know what y'all think. Is that different? Because women all the time say they have been with another woman before. Some women have been with other women before. They bi. And men don't have a problem with it. But then if a man said he's been with a man before, a lot of women have a problem with it. I know I would have a problem with it. I know it's biased or whatever, but I would have a problem with that. But you guys have a problem with that. Hello, Cam. Hello. See, HIV is back on the rise. It sure is. It's very high. In Texas and ATL, yes. You said I would disappear. No words. 93 likes, 86 in the chat. Thank you, Linda. You said no. You said Peggy said nope. And in the end, if I remember, what did you say, Deborah? We see what these DL men do. No trans woman, so you know a cisgender woman wouldn't stand a chance. Breaking my damn head. Yeah, because what they saying is that why is it okay for a woman to have been with a woman and it's okay, and then a man can't be with a man before? But he said he did it one time and he knew it wasn't for him. So do y'all think that's bias for women, for men to accept women who have been with other women before, but not a woman to accept a man who has been with another man before? Is that bias to y'all? In the end, I remember correctly, he ended up choosing to be gay. Okay. Excuse me, y'all. God bless me. No, I would not date a man who's been with another man. If those feelings resurface, he will spin the block. You got a point there. You got a point. You got a point there. Yes. Sam that married Pete's church daughter said he liked it both ways on growing up hip hop. Sam that married, oh, wait a minute. Sam that married Pep's and Trench daughter said he likes it both ways on growing up hip hop Hollywood. Oh, hell no. I knew it was something wrong with Sam. I knew it. I must have missed that episode. I knew it was something wrong with Sam. I knew it. That one that's married to Pep daughter, Egypt. I knew it. Her husband, You can still get that package in lesbian relationship. I'm just saying. You sure can. I would have a problem with it. Okay. Yes, I'd have a problem with it. Okay. STDs is on the rise here in Texas. I think that on the YouTube, they be talking about it on the news that there's a lot of sexually trans STDs and also the HIV is on the rise there. I think that. But that's what I am saying. In the end, he chose to be gay. He was lying. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, okay. He sure did kind of gamble. Okay. Yeah, me personally, I know. I know it's biased. I do. And I take responsibility. I know it's biased. But I just couldn't do it. That's just me. I know it's biased that, I try not to judge, people or what have you. But I'm saying personally, if I was dating You know, and I appreciate the honesty. I think everybody should be honest. If you've been with a woman before, just say you've been with a woman. If you've been with a man before, just say you've been with a man before. And that way people can make their own decision of how they want to proceed if they're dating. I appreciate the honesty. I do. I appreciate the honesty. You know, some men, if they did that, they wouldn't tell you. They would not tell you. But I appreciate the honesty. But then that way you're giving the person a chance to say if they want to continue to date you. $94 likes and 81 in the chat. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, because a lot of men won't tell you, but I appreciate the honesty. I really do. I really do. I appreciate that he was honest enough to, you know, tell the truth about it. So I appreciate that. I really do. Because honey, these down low men ain't gonna tell you nothing. Nothing. What is so, you know, we just have to be you know, be mindful. We just got to be mindful you know, of people who who you're with and things like that. And you know, it's you know, it's scary, you know. Just think about, you got to go out here in this dating world. You don't know, you know, it ain't like, you know, because like I said, I'm a 70s child. And things are a lot different. A lot different. It's a lot different. So you got to be careful out here, y'all. I think I want to share you. Do y'all? So y'all know that there was a 9-year-old child bride to marry a 22-year-old man at Disneyland. 22 years old, and the mother and everybody was there. And Disneyland was letting this go down, baby. Wedding of a 9-year-old child bride stopped by employees of Disneyland. I don't think this sick stuff still go on anymore. Did y'all? Did y'all think this stuff go on? Why would a grown man want? Hello, Deborah. Yeah, I think we need to start creating healthy women and children community. Yes, we do. You said I would be too embarrassed. I will bow gracefully. Yes. Now, guys, we're gonna move on. I'm gonna try to see if I can find the if there was a follow up with this. What did this lady do in this situation? Did she keep dating him, or did she just, you know, just nicely say, you know, thank you so much for really being honest with me about everything. I very much appreciate it, but I'm gonna have to pass. We can be cool and things like that, but far as a relationship, no. We can be friends, chill, you know, go out to eat and stuff like that, hang out. But far as a relationship, that's a no-no. But we could be friends, because I appreciate your honesty, because some men won't tell you shit. Yes, we truly have to start supporting each other as women. Yes. I be want to have like different discussions, you guys, you know, about different things, you know, different topics and things like that in my lives, where we talk about different women things, because, you know, sometimes, you know, like it's a lot of stuff that women go through, and different things like that in, everyday life. Single mothers, even, married women, things like that. We go through, and people think it's something wrong with being single. There's nothing wrong with being single, nothing at all. And they did a study. They said women who are single and live by themselves live longer because they're not stressed out. They're not stressed out. They live a longer life. They're not stressed out or anything. And people think it's something wrong if you want to go out to eat with yourself, take yourself to the movies, go out of town by yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being, where you give self-love to yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's why, what I say, to people who just come out of long marriages, long relationships, breakups and things, give yourself time to heal. Get to know who you are as a person without a man. See what you like and what you don't like. Because I told y'all, a lot of the times when we are in long relationships, we find ourselves liking stuff because our mate like it. A lot of women said that. I was reading up on that, where a lot of people say when they get out of long-term relationships, they find out a lot of stuff about themselves. That they don't like certain stuff. They only liked it because their mate liked it. They don't like a lot of stuff. They liked it because their husband liked it or their boyfriend liked it. Some women don't like sports, but because their husband or boyfriend liked it or like going to football or basketball game, they just went along with it and just like, clapping and everything else. But once they left their relationship, they figured out, I really don't like sports. I'm just going along with it because he, liked it. Or I really don't like sushi, but because my girlfriend or my boyfriend or my husband or my wife liked it when we were together, I just ate it because they wanted to go here. No, you need to find out who you are as a person, as a solo person. What do you like? And then you need to, sit down and like, what did I go wrong in this relationship? What were some of the red flags that I ignored in a relationship? And it just take time and make sure you don't make that mistake again. And it's never too late to start over with anything, but just take some time out, for yourself. Take the time out for yourself. I don't like crawfish. You just probably realize, well, no, I don't like crawfish. I like the crawfish because my husband liked the crawfish. Take some time out for yourself to see what you like. And that's good to go out. Take yourself out to dinner. Take yourself out to a wine tasting. You can go by yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. People think it's something wrong if you go to dinner or go to a happy hour or something by yourself. But one thing I tell people, if you go out by yourself, you got to watch your surroundings. Don't drink where you don't know what the hell going on. You know your limits. You know what you can drink, or if you're going to catch a car or Uber or whatever, know your limits. Watch your surroundings. When you're walking out of a restaurant and you by yourself and it's dark, watch your surroundings. See who around you. If something is in your door handle on your window, don't pick that up. Get a stick of something or something, people keep napkins in their car and get it off. Or, wait, or if you don't feel safe, go back in the restaurant and say, hey, there's something on my window or in my door. I don't feel safe. Can you call the police? But you got to be smart when you out by yourself. And also, if you want to go out of town by yourself, look at the Black Girl How to Travel by Yourself handbook. And it teaches you a lot of stuff on how to travel by yourself. One thing you do, always put the do not disturb on your hotel room door. That way, there's no housekeeping coming in there, so they don't know you're alone. Always get 2 keys when you go to the hotel desk. Oh, my friend is coming, or my husband is coming, or my boyfriend is coming later. Never let them know you're there by yourself. If you go out there in a restaurant, down there eating, and somebody come on, like, why are you eating by yourself? Oh, no, my friend or my husband is just across the street, or my friend is across the street. I just didn't want to eat there, but they'll be coming shortly, or I'm going to be going over there joining them. Never let people know you in a restaurant or know you there by yourself. Make sure you get in the right Uber if you're calling an Uber to get from place to place. You know how to know who your driver is on your phone. They'll show you the driver. the license plate number and things like that. And when I'm if I'm by myself, I always, man, like I'm talking to my kids. Yes, I know y'all can see where I'm at, because I have the, my kids know where I'm moving around to. They know everywhere I'm at. And I make sure that if I'm the driver driving me, that my kids know what the hell I'm at. Don't try no funny shit. So that's the things that you can do if you want to travel by yourself. Yeah, let me let y'all see this, y'all. This is so disturbing to me. And you mean to tell me that Disney didn't know this was going down? This is disturbing, y'all. This is disturbing. 8 years old and the mama sat there like nothing happened.
You can reserve space at Disneyland Paris if you want to get married there. As you can imagine, this happens often. So when employees learned that there was a scheduled wedding in front of the Sleeping Beauty castle this past Saturday, nothing seemed off. That is until they saw the bride. What was wrong with the bride, you ask? She was 9, getting ready to marry a 22-year-old man. Employees immediately called police. So police show up and start questioning everyone there. And by everyone, I mean the bride, the would-be groom, the mother of the 9-year-old girl, and 100 guests that had shown up. This would-be groom tells police it was just a skit for social media. It wasn't real. It was fake. It was just something they were going to do and then post as rage bait. It says, in fact, the attending guests were just paid actors, and the mother of this child is totally on board with the idea. But then police learned something interesting. This groom had spent $150,000 to reserve the spot at Disney. Not only that, but the wedding was supposed to take place outside of business hours so the public wouldn't witness it. Thankfully, police called BS and arrested the 22-year-old man, the little girl's 41-year-old mother, and 2 other women aged 24 and 55 who were involved in the planning. Something tells me this was absolutely not a skit, and saying it was a skit was part of the cover-up if they got caught. I don't know. What do you guys think? So apparently you can reserve space at Disneyland Paris if you want to get married.
So Disneyland Paris is letting people marry child brides. This is in Paris, Disneyland Paris. So what the move was going to be, he knew it was wrong. But the thing was, they were supposed to get married after the park was closed, but they couldn't. They had to get married while the park was open, right? And so the people who was, getting all, the wedding and everything ready, when they found out it was an 8-year-old girl, that's when they called the police. The employees did, right? The mother was there who was 41. And so when the police came, he tried to say it was a skit, for like Facebook, as clickbait. They're like, They went back and checked. Who would pay $150,000 for a skit for YouTube or Facebook? They took his butt to jail. Him, the mama, and the other people who planned. I don't blame it. So this woman was selling her daughter to a 22-year-old man, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes. These is some sick people out here. The parents selling their kids. Just sick. What do a 22-year-old man want with a 9-year-old? What can you do to her, sir? She's not even fully developed. What type of sick parents? Y'all, this is so sick. Yes, y'all. These parents is terrible. Your 9-year-old daughter. So it looks like the man probably was, rich. So he probably paid the mother real well. There is no amount of money that I will ever give to anybody to take my fucking daughter, to marry her. 9 years old, no age, no nothing. You might get your fucking head taken off. Yeah, he sounded like he had money. 99 likes. Thank you, Linda. Just sick, y'all. These some sick people out here. Just sick. Just sick. Y'all, we're going to get into a little Black history here. Y'all, did we get into... y'all know I got to do my Black history. I got to do that. Yeah, I know I got to do that. Where are we at here? Europeans. We're going to do this. Black people taught Europeans how to bath. Before Black people came over there to Europeans, they didn't know how to bath or nothing, guys. They were using the bathroom, throwing it out the window. Y'all, this is true. Told you. Y'all think they don't know how to bath for real? No joke. They didn't know how to bath themselves. The Black people had to teach them how to bath. This is no joke.
Europeans didn't know how to bathe until Black people showed them how. Before the Moors came, Europe was funky. In history, it was known as the Dark Ages. Europeans believed taking a bath would make you sick. No plumbing, no soap, no shame. Then the Moors, Black African Muslims, conquered Spain in 711 AD and changed the game. They brought bathhouses, aqueducts, hygiene, street lights, and libraries. They introduced scented oils, surgical tools, even toothpaste. Meanwhile, Europeans were throwing waste out the window and wondering why they had plagues. But history flipped the story like we were the dirty ones. Nah. They washed their hands because we showed them how. Europeans didn't know how to bathe until Black people showed them how. Before the Moors came, Europe was funky. In history, it was known as the Dark Ages.
They didn't bath or do nothing.
Europeans believed taking a bath would make you sick. No
plumbing,
no soap, no shame. Then the Moors, Black African Muslims, conquered Spain in 711 AD and changed the game. They brought bathhouses, aqueducts, hygiene,
so Black people
street lights, and libraries. They introduced scented oils, surgical tools, even toothpaste. Meanwhile, Europeans were throwing waste out the window and wondering why they had plagues. But history flipped
window. Didn't have no toilets, no nothing.
The story like we were the dirty ones. Nah.
So that's why Black people have always been clean. If y'all notice now on TikTok, a lot of Caucasian people are saying they didn't know they were supposed to use washcloth and African like rags and stuff, and African like those net things to scrub and wash their body. They didn't know anything about that, but they said Black people were the one who won clean, and we had to show them how to clean themselves. Make that make sense. Make that make sense, y'all. We were the funky people, but we showed them how to bath. I don't know if the child father was involved in their life, in the child's life. This is another good one here, guys, about Black history. This is another good one here.
Nazi Germany. Most news reports and historians say Hitler was fueled by hatred against non-white people. But how were Black people who went to Nazi Germany actually treated? During the 1936 Berlin Olympics, the famous African-American athlete Jesse Owens wrote in his autobiography that he received received the biggest cheer of his career from the German audience. Hitler even warmly greeted him. Owens stated that Hitler didn't ignore him. It was President Roosevelt who did, not even sending him a telegram. Owens also mentioned that while in Berlin, German people often stopped him in the street to congratulate him on his achievements. What did Adolf Hitler do to black people in Nazi Germany? Most news reports and historians say Hitler was fueled by hatred against non-white people. But how were black people who went to Nazi?
So they're saying that Hitler didn't have a problem with the blacks. It was the other races. So it was the other races, if we can believe that now. Now, one more we're going to do, Cleopatra. Y'all know they say Cleopatra was white or Caucasian or Asian. What else was she? Mixed race. They have us to believe that, right? Even the scientists have told them that Cleopatra was dark-skinned. They still telling us that Cleopatra was a European woman. Y'all know Elizabeth Taylor played Cleopatra. She was not. She was a black woman. She was black. They made molds of her and everything and how she used to look.
Wasn't white. Stop the nonsense. They gave you Elizabeth Taylor, but Cleopatra? She was African royalty, not British cosplay. Let's get this straight. Cleopatra ruled from Egypt, spoke Egyptian, and was deeply connected to Nubia. Even ancient historians said she had dark skin and African features, but Hollywood handed her a British accent and bleached the truth. Why? Because they couldn't stomach a brilliant, powerful black woman ruling the ancient world. She wasn't just a queen. She was a political savage, a linguist, and a symbol of black feminine power. But they erased that and gave us Cleopatra in pearls. Nah. We want the real crown back. Melanin included. Cleopatra wasn't white. Stop the nonsense. They gave you Elizabeth Taylor. But Cleopatra? She was African royalty, not British cosplay. Let's get this straight. Cleopatra ruled from Egypt, spoke Egyptian, and was deeply connected to Nubia. Even ancient historians said she had dark skin and African features, but Hollywood handed her a British accent and bleached the truth. Why? Because they couldn't stomach a brilliant, powerful black woman ruling the ancient world. She wasn't just a queen. She was a political savage, a linguist,
they said she was
and a symbol of black feminine power. But they erased that and gave us Cleopatra in pearls. Nah. We want the real crown back. Melanin included.
How y'all feel about that, knowing Cleopatra was a black woman? Why do they try to erase so much of black history from us? Why don't they want the world to know that black people ruled and they were here first? Why don't they want people to know that we are God's chosen people? Why? Because it will look wrong that they had us as slaves. Well, our ancestors as slaves, if we're God chosen people, that will look too bad. They don't want their kids and stuff to know the truth. Just saying. That's it. Yeah. All of these scientists, all of them know the truth, but they don't want to come out with it. But y'all know a lot of stuff is coming out, and that's why the Orange Man is trying to tear down all the Black History Museum. Now he's messing with the Smithsonian Museum. They don't want the truth to come out. That's why he's trying to rename the Army bases and everything like that. They don't want the truth to come out. They said that the brown and Black people are trying to replace the Caucasian white people. They said that they will be extinct if they don't do nothing about it. And that's why a lot of them didn't vote for Kamala, because they said that the Black people would take over if Kamala got in the White House, that she would take over it. The Black people would take over. And they couldn't have that. Even though they said that she would have been the better choice, but they have to try to keep their generation alive. That's why they didn't vote for her. Because they said that she was a woman, and plus she was Black, and she would have flipped everything over. Yeah, so just think about that. But the truth will be revealed, and it's being revealed slowly but surely. They trying to figure out why that we are not doing anything about all the changes and stuff that's going on, while we're not speaking out or trying to march or anything, and that scares them that we are being quiet. We just saying the hell with it, do what y'all want to do. We're not marching, we're not coming out, do what y'all want to do. Tear each other's heads off. We don't give a shit. We're not coming out, we're not doing that. And they trying to figure us out about why we won't do nothing, why we're not saying nothing. We don't care no more. We tired of putting everybody else in our back, and then when we do stand up, y'all forget about it. So y'all tough it out, fight it out, and see what happens. We'll just, stand by the wayside looking to see what happens. We don't give a shit. We've been poor before and we made it. So y'all just getting a taste of it. We've been here before. And still going through stuff. So we've been here before, so we don't give a shit. Y'all just getting a taste of it. So y'all figure it out. Y'all go down there and march and, do everything. We did everything. So we told you not to vote for him. You did it anyway. So now y'all figure it out. $102 likes and 75 in the chat. Thank you, Linda. Yep, right. This administration is trying to refund Black America by erasing our history. Right. You said defund our Black American history. Yeah, they don't want us to know that, but they can't do that because everything is coming out. Everything is coming out. So we're not marching. We're not doing shit. Y'all figure everything out. So they look on YouTube and TikTok, how they saying, why are the Black people not doing nothing? Why are the Black people not complaining? Why are the Black people not scared? Oh, we already been here before. We've been through it. So we don't give a shit. Oh, they're going to come for y'all next. They ain't stopped coming for us. So what's the difference? They ain't never stopped coming for us. Now, y'all just seeing how I feel like to get pulled over for no reason, to get stopped walking down the block and everything. So now y'all just getting a taste of what we've been going through and what we've been trying to tell y'all. So y'all just getting a taste of it now. That's all. So we ain't worried about them coming after us. They've been after us, so we ain't worried about it. We just gonna be ready when they do. That's about it. But y'all think we could get out there and fight, and march for y'all again and protest for y'all again? For y'all to spit in our face like y'all did? Nah, we're gonna set this one out. Y'all keep on getting on these here YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and saying what y'all, crying and all this. Y'all know some people have unalived themselves because they've lost their farms and stuff. 4 farmers did unalive themselves because they went bankrupt and lost their farm, and they don't want to be poor, so they'd rather not be here. Yeah. They on here crying, talking about they don't know whether to put gas in their car or to buy food. Well, okay, welcome to the real world. We've been here. A lot of us been, had to choose between that. So that's not nothing new to us. We just keep on moving and doing what we got to do like we always do. All right, guys, I've been on here for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I didn't mean to stay on here that long. I didn't mean to stay on. Oh, Bobo Anderson is back. We ain't seen you in a long time. Welcome. Guys, we've been on here for 2 hours and 30 minutes. Let me know what y'all think about the Black history and things like that I have started incorporating into our lives. And we're gonna have, I'm gonna start incorporating, one woman issue in a live as well. I just try to incorporate different stuff into the lives as well. And let me know what y'all think. Leave a comment. Y'all, it don't have to be right now, but y'all can leave a comment and let me know what y'all think. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming over, taking time out of y'all night to come over here and listen to my commentary. So I appreciate all of you guys. And if you're new to my channel, please think about becoming a subscriber and make sure you guys watch the commercial because that helps with my revenue. And again, guys, I thank you all. And please follow me on my other platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, Drop the T. I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Thank you. I'm doing great. How are you doing? Thank you. You have a great day too, Sonia and everyone else. Have a great night. You're welcome. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.